Good evening, everyone. In the previous session of consumer behavior, I was explaining about personality and what are the nature of personality. In this session, I am going to explain how does personality influence consumer behavior. What are the various, it simply means what are the various aspects of personality which has a major influence over consumer behavior. Okay, so let's begin the session. So first of all, personality traits, they actually indicate about consumer behavior. They give an indication about consumer behavior because the way we choose a product over other products, what are the features that we give priority while purchasing a product, that is actually the reflection of our personality. There are many consumers who believe that having expensive products will actually reflect their status. So that is their personality. And in order to show a high status in their neighborhood, to show their high status in the society, they prefer to purchase luxurious items, whether it is car or a fancy house or even going out for a vacation to different types of various countries which are very expensive. So this is a personality trait which is actually reflected in the consumer behavior aspect of a consumer. Okay, so how people respond in the marketplace to a new product offering. See, there are many people you will find that they purchase those products which are newly introduced in the market. They are very curious about knowing the different features of a product which is recently launched. They would like to have all kinds of gadgets which are up to date, which belong to a new technology, a higher level of technology. So those type of consumers always purchase the products which are recently launched in the market, or they would like to become the first consumers of such products. But there are also consumers who prefer to wait for certain time. They would like to see the reviews, the durability of the product, whether the product is actually a good product or not, because whenever a product is launched in the market, we cannot find out whether the product is good or not after it is being used by many users, by many consumers, and what feedback they give about the products. That actually will speak about the durability, the quality, and how well the product actually works. So some consumers wait for some time so that the product will become old, will become durable, and they will go through the reviews and response of various consumers before purchasing such products. So all these kind of behavior of a consumer is actually based on some of the personality traits of the consumer. So it simply means that the way we consume a product, the way we choose a product, the way we give priority to various features of a product actually is influenced by our personality. Okay, so there are several aspects of a consumer like innovativeness, social character, and there are various aspects which actually influence the consumer in a different way, which is reflected in the way of purchasing different products. Now, why does marketers are interested in understanding the personality, means understanding the influence of personality on consumer behavior? Because if they understand how personality influences the behavior of the consumer, they will definitely it will become easy for them to find a target market for their product. It will help them to segment the market so that they can divide the market into different segments and they can focus to a particular target. They can means they can concentrate on their target market, and they will create and modify products for satisfying the needs of the target market. So I'll just give a simple example. Recently, you all can see that smartphones are launched in every country. Almost like 4 or 5 smartphones or belonging to different companies are launched every month. They always come up with a new version of a phone just within 2 or 3 months. So why these things actually happen? Why smartphones are created in such a rapid manner, and why every time a new phone is launched and the previous one becomes outdated? Because there is a competition of providing better quality, means not better quality, but smartphone with different and new features to the consumers. And their target market is the youth. Now the youth always believes that they always go for different kinds of features, something extra, whether it is related to the megapixels of camera or whether it is the chipset of the mobile phone. So they go for something different. They want faster smartphones, they want better view, they want better quality picture, they want everything to be better than the previous product. So in that race, each and every company tries to provide a or create a smartphone with less amount of price but with more amount of features, more number of features. And this has become possible through the study of consumer behavior, how personality influence consumer behavior. Because nowadays youngsters would prefer like features over durability. Once you purchase a product, it is going to last for 2-3 months or 6 months or hardly 1 year, and after that you are going to purchase a new phone. So many companies do not focus on the durability of the product. There are very few companies which focus on that, because the consumers do not want durable smartphones. They want something new, stylish, whether it is looks, whether it is the screen, whether it is the color. So they focus on that area, and these things have become possible through understanding of personality and how does it influence consumer behavior. Okay, so as you all can see on the screen, these are the various aspects of personality which has major influence over the consumer behavior. So the first one is consumer innovativeness and related personality traits. Then consumer personality and brand personality, how consumer and brand personality are related, cognitive personality factors, interpersonal influence, consumer materialism, fixated, impulsive and compulsive consumption. Means these are the different types of consumption behavior, and how does the personality of a consumer actually is reflected in the consumption pattern of a consumer, consumer ethnocentrism and cosmopolitanism. So these are the various aspects of personality which influence consumer behavior. So I'm going to explain each and every point in a detailed manner so that all of you can have a clear idea about influence of personality on consumer behavior. Okay, so the first point here says that consumer innovativeness and related personality traits. Now, what is innovativeness, or who are the innovators of the consumers? See the example that I gave, that there are many consumers who are open to new ideas. They always like to search for something new in the market. Suppose you have been visiting to a restaurant since many years and you now finally want something new. So that is a different kind of change. And there are many consumers who always prefer to go to a different restaurant in search of a new dish or a new flavors or a new kind of a taste. So that is the personality of the consumer. And some consumers always visit the same restaurant because of some features, like maybe the price is low, maybe the taste, they like similar kind of taste. They do not want to try something new because it may have some kind of negative effect. It may not have good taste, or it may be expensive in comparison to the taste and flavors. So that depends upon the personality. So there are certain consumers who are very open to new ideas. They always look forward to new products in the market, and they also purchase new products whenever they are launched. Means they used to be the first consumers of such kind of products. Okay. So they always try new products most of the time. So consumer innovators means these are the innovators which go for purchasing new products whenever it is launched in the market. So these consumer innovators regularly check the market for something new in the market, whether it is related to technology, whether it is related to style, whether it is related to a look of a product. So always they continuously search for something new in the market, and whenever something new is launched, they immediately purchase, either because of the look, features, or whatever may be the priority. So these are the consumer innovators, or we can say consumer innovativeness. They always look for something new and innovative every time. That is the reason, that's why we have so many options for every product. For example, if we take example of a simple product which is toothpaste, we can find different kinds of varieties of toothpaste, whether in terms of flavor, whether in terms of the elements, the ingredients of the product. So we can find number of different kinds of toothpaste. So there are certain kinds of people who look for something different from others. They want to look unique in terms of purchasing something new kind of fashion, or purchasing new technology, products with new technology. So these are the consumer innovators, or consumer innovativeness. So this aspect of personality has major influence over the buying behavior of the consumer. So how does consumer innovativeness influence? The first one is stimulation. Stimulation here actually means that, so people, it actually means that people are continuously looking for new products, and they want to take high risk, so that whenever something new is launched, they go and purchase the product, because they are not afraid of taking risk, whether it is going to be a good product or bad product. They are not thinking about too much about the consequences after the purchase of the product. They are ready to take risk, they are ready to try something new and different, and they want to be the first person to try something new and different and look different from the others. The second one is novelty. Novelty here means that these some people used to go for different kinds of information related to product. So whenever a new product is launched, they collect more and more information, because they are very curious to know about each and every detail of the product. So that leads to ultimately the purchase of the product. When they collect information, detailed information of the product, they analyze the information, they go through the information, and then they purchase the product. The next one is independence. Now, if kids, usually teenagers, why they always do such kind of things which parents specifically ask them not to do? Because that gives them the feeling of being independent. Because people think that the things that we are not supposed to do, the things which others stop us from doing, if we do that, we will feel independent, and that kind of feeling may lead to a consumption behavior. If certain kind of fashion, certain kind of dresses are not allowed by our parents, then we would definitely go and purchase such kind of things, because that will give us a sense of independence. So people usually go for purchasing such kind of products which are not expected by others to purchase. So that kind of feeling is also part of a personality, and that is reflected in the buying behavior of the consumer. The next one is uniqueness. Now we live in a world that every person wants to look different from other, and that kind of aspect has led many people to buy something new which is different from others, so that they won't look similar to others, whether in terms of the way they dress, whether in case of appearance, the product that they use, the brand that they use, whether it is something new or not. So people like to go for purchasing new products, because or even limited editions, because limited editions can be bought limited editions means only a certain number of products will be launched of a particular edition, and that means that only less or few number of people will be having that kind of product. So people always go for such kind of products, so that they can show their uniqueness to other. So these are the various reasons because of which people go for purchasing new product as soon as they are launched. Okay. So the next point the next point of personality which influence consumer behavior is that uh, consumer, it is called consumer dogmatism. Now it is different, completely different from the previous aspect, that is consumer innovativeness. These people are more into the products which are in the market since a long time, which is tried and tested by many people, and the reviews and the results of such kind of products has been there in the, means these kind of information are available in the market. So these people, consumer dogmatism kind of people, always try to prefer those products which are old, which are durable, which are trustworthy, and definitely these are not new. So these kind of consumers are very narrow minded. They are not open to new products, they are not open to any kind of new things because they feel that it is highly risky. So without understanding the operations of a particular product, the durability, whether it is going to be a value for money or not, whether it is going to be durable, whether it is going to last for a very long time or not, without understanding these aspects, how we are supposed to purchase a product. Because whenever there is something new in the market, there are chances that it is highly risky, it may not survive the competition, it may not be a good product whether we compare it with the price or other features of the product. So that is the thinking of consumer dogmatism. This is the feature which actually affects the buying behavior pattern, because this type of personality, people having this type of personality, they are very mature, they collect information, they go through various kinds of reliable sources for collecting information, and after getting convinced from those information, then only they make a purchase. So they are not eagerly waiting for a new product to be launched so that they can purchase it immediately. They wait for a particular time, they analyze the product properly, and they always like to avoid new products because it is highly risky. So this type of personality also influences the buying behavior or the consumer behavior of a consumer. The next one is social character. Social character also has a major influence over the buying behavior or consumer behavior. So social character can be divided into two aspects, inner directed and other directed. Inner directed people are simply listen to themselves. They do not take advice from others. They do not consider the opinions and reviews of others. So these kind of people do whatever they feel like doing, whatever they feel is correct. So that is some one kind of personality trait. And people who are inner directed, they do not search for the reviews of others. If they feel that this product is going to satisfy their needs, they will go and purchase the product. If they want to try the product, if they want to test the product, they will do it by themselves. They will not trust someone who has used the product or reviewed the product. So simply it means that they are not influenced by the words of others. Okay, these are the inner directed people. Other directed means they highly go for the opinion of others, friends, relatives, peers, colleagues. So they look forward of other opinions so that they can have a clear idea about the product. So these people always like to use such kind of products which are used by many of their friends or colleagues, which has a good review from their side, and they always believe that it is better to use a product which is used by many people, and they follow their advice. They are not very, we can say, they are not very much influenced by themselves, they are influenced by others. So that is one kind of characteristics, a particular aspect of personality which has an influence over the consumer behavior. Okay, the next point here says that consumer personality and brand personality. So Lin in 2010 has explained the relationship between consumer personality traits and brand personality. Now, as a consumer, we have a personality. As a human being, we have a personality. Brand has also a personality. Okay. For example, in consumer dogmatism, like I said, that people are not convinced about new products. They don't want to take risk. And why? And in order to convince such kind of consumers, many companies have different celebrities promoting their products. Suppose we have a respectable personality in our society. If that person, if, if that person, we can say, endorses a product, people will get influenced and they will purchase the product. So in that category, people bring different many companies bring different types of personalities and celebrities to sell their products. So same way, brand also has a different kind of personality. There are different aspects, like different high level of technology, the way they introduce the product, the look of the product. So there are different aspects of person of the brand, sorry, different type of brand personality also exist. So here Lin have actually explained the relationship between consumer personality and brand personality. So he considered 5 personality traits like extroversion. Extrovert people who are very extrovert in nature, they are friendly, they relate with everyone very quickly, they easily become friends. So these are the people who are very open about new products, they accept new products, they buy new products. Agreeableness means people agree with the opinion of other. Conscientiousness means people uh, always consider whether they are doing right or not while purchasing a product. For example, there are many people who do not want to purchase products which are tested on animals, or the companies which use children for making them, make them work in the factory, who encourage child labor. So these kind of people are very conscious, they have conscience, and they do not want to do something wrong or encourage something wrong which is not good for the society. Some people are very open for the product. So these are the personalities of the consumers. Same way, brand also have personality, like some brands create excitement, some brands are very trustworthy, some brands are using very high level of technology. So this is also a personality of the brand. So Blink has created a relationship between consumer personality or brand personality. The example that I gave, some people are very conscious, they have consciousness, and according to them, they want to do something right, they do not want to encourage a company which is doing wrong. So they purchase eco-friendly products, they purchase products which are not tested on animals. So companies which have a high level of ethics, which do not exploit the environment, which do not exploit any kind of other creature, so they would keep their trust on such kind of company. So personality of a consumer is also related to the personality of a brand. Clear? The next point is cognitive personality factor. So cognitive personality factor have direct influence on the consumer behavior. So cognitive personality means how we means when we collect information, that is the first stage when we purchase a product. First of all, we get to know about a product, we collect information, then we process that kind of information, we think about the product, and then after that we take action, either we accept it or we reject it. So there are different kinds of consumers, and how they are supposed and how they can be convinced by the producers. The first one is visualizers. Visualizers are people who are attracted with the visuals, means they can be influenced by showing different types of advertisements. They can be, we can say, they can be influenced by the looks of the product. For example, a person wants to purchase a car which looks completely different, unique from the others. So they do not give more importance to the features, the safety and other aspects of the car, but they go for the looks of the car and how it has been advertised. That kind of factors influence visualizers. The next one is verbalizers. Well, verbalizers are more into information, features and everything. They do not give importance to the advertisement, to the promotion, how much money they have spent on bringing on a celebrity or anybody else. So they go for information, they go for facts and features. And if they are convinced with such kind of facts, features and information, they would go forward and purchase the product. The next one is consumer with high need for cognition. Such people collect data properly from reliable source. They do not believe said by anybody. They want to verify the source. They want authenticated information. They want to check the authenticity from where they are collecting information. Like the example I gave, the consumers having high need for cognition will understand each and every feature of the car, if they want to purchase a car, they will go through the details about the various features, safety features, mileage, each and every aspect. They want to see that whatever amount they are paying for a car, whether it is worth it or they are charging some extra money just because it looks good. So they want to purchase something based on facts, figures, and information. The next one is consumer with no low need of cognition. They, like I said, they are like visualizers, but we cannot say that they are very much influenced by the advertisements, but they are influenced by the looks and appearance of the product. They are not into too much about the features and durability of the product. If something looks good, if something fits to their personality, they would prefer to purchase it. So this is the second type of or this is the second point of personality which influence the consumer behavior. So the third one, the fourth point here says that interpersonal influence. So like I said, some of the personality, some means personality is also influenced by our surroundings. We cannot say that our personality, we are not influenced by others. Some people try to become like others. They incorporate some of the personality traits which they admire from others. So we are also influenced by the people around us, the people whom we idealize, the people we whom respect, and we want to become like them. So outside influence are also important in consumer selecting certain kinds of products over other products. So like for example, there are different types of shampoos available in the market. So why do you choose one kind of product? Why do you use one type of brand? Only one. What is your preference? That reveals about the interpersonal influence. Okay. The first one is information influence. Information influence means many people are highly influenced by the information, the facts, the information, the data, each and every these kind of elements influence such kind of persons. They do not go for advertisements, looks, appearance, and all that. If the information is correct, they find different types of information about a particular product. They search about the product, they find out the details, because when they are purchasing a particular product, they want to see that whether the product is going to be useful for them or not. That's why they go for information. The next one is value expressive influence. Value expressive influence means how a product expresses its value. I'll just explain this point with a simple example. Suppose we want to be in a society, suppose we idealize someone in the society, or based on their status or based on the work they do, and we want to have that kind of personality, that kind of image in the society. So we would always like to purchase those products which reflects a higher status, which we idealize, which reflects the personality of the person whom we we like to purchase products to reflect the personality of a person whom we idealize, so that there may be some kind of uh, similarity between the consumer and the person which the consumer idealizes. So value expressive influence simply means that we purchase products to show a certain kind of status, show a certain kind of image to the society, which we think that we have that kind of personality and characteristics within us. We want to we want others to look at ourselves in the same way, the way we look at ourselves. So that is the value expressive influence, which simply means that if a person wants to show that the person has high level of income, they have luxurious item, they have higher status, so that person wants other to also see him or her in the same manner. So that person would definitely go for purchasing luxurious items to reflect his or her status. The next one is utilitarian influence. Utilitarian influence simply means that we do something in order to get some kind of reward from others, or to avoid punishment, or to make others happy. So that kind of influence also exists. Suppose if we purchase something and all our friends and colleagues have purchased that, so we will be appreciated within our group. We will belong to some kind of group. We will not be differentiated from them. So in order to become part of a group or a group of people or a society, we always purchase that kind of product through which they can relate with us. We do not want to have some kind of unique features. We do not want to purchase some kind of products which are not used by the people. uh, Means it simply here means that we want acceptance from others, so that we purchase some kind of products which are similar to the products used by the people belonging to our family members, people who are our friend, or the society, or a group of people uh, which we consider as very important in our life. So these are the various aspects of interpersonal influence. So today I have explained around 4 points of influence of personality on consumer behavior. In my next session, I am going to explain the remaining four points. Okay, so that's it for today. We will meet in the next session. Thank you.